Whether dramatized or documentary, viewers of true crime podcasts, movies, or TV shows must decide whether the worthier pursuit of truth, atonement, or cultural analysis merits the inherently risky aspect of recounting horrific incidents. Sometimes, though, it's debatable if such an explanation is still valid. Like in the case of Ryan Murphy's newest Netflix original series, Dahmer, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we will be talking all about Netflix's series about Jeffrey Dahmer. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let's begin. Murphy claims that his goal in recreating the tale of the Milwaukee serial killer, who admitted to killing and dismembering 17 young men, is to shine a light on the identities of his victims, particularly the fact that they were primarily black and gay. The show also features Glenda Cleveland, an African-American woman neighbor. She repeatedly contacted the police to report the odor and odd noises emanating from Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment, but was ignored. The 10-episode limited series follows previous attempts to tell Dahmer's story through film, starting with the 2002 horror movie Dahmer, starring a then-unknown Jeremy Renner, and ending with the 2017 drama My Friend Dahmer, which was based on a graphic novel by Dahmer's high school classmate Durf Backdurf, and starred Ross Lynch in the title role. This is a rare murder mystery series that attempts to center the narrative on the killer's victims. However, it ultimately fails. Cleveland sobs as she watches a news report about a black man slain by police after they stopped him for a supposedly minor traffic infraction while he was working undercover in the opening scene of Dahmer, Monster, which establishes the mood. The remainder of the episode centers on Tracy Edwards, the Dahmer victim who managed to repel his assailant and call the police, which resulted in Dahmer's capture. However, the series quickly switches back to gory shock value, even as Dahmer is shackled and carried away, with a distraught Tracy wishing that he meets death for his horrible actions. The series shows a severed head discovered in Dahmer's refrigerator and a human heart hidden in a deep freezer as police question Dahmer's father about the horrifying discoveries they encountered in his son's apartment. Dahmer, Monster has received mixed reviews from critics and audiences. It has a 50% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, where multiple reviews mention Murphy and the company's attempts to portray the stories of Dahmer's victims and how the murderer's deeds all too frequently eclipse them. One instance is the 6th episode, in which Dahmer encounters Tony Hughes, a deaf guy. The episode focuses on Tony, the incident that led to his death, and his family's anguish when he first vanished without a trace. However, Dahmer and the horrifying things he does to his victims' mutilated bodies take up the episode's last frame. Similar ethical issues have been raised by Murphy's previous works, such as FX's The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story, which received criticism from the deceased fashion designer's family. The family claims that neither the series nor its source material, Vulgar Favors, by journalist Maureen Orth, had received their approval and should be viewed as a work of fiction. The Assassination of Gianni Versace is about a lot of things. It's about homophobia, internalized and externalized. It's about a country that allows hatred to grow, unfettered and unchecked. When Darren Criss won a lead actor Emmy for playing Versace's killer, Andrew Cunanan, Murphy repeated it in his acceptance speech for directing an episode of the anthology. 1 out of every 4 LGBTQ people in this country will be the victim of a hate crime. We dedicate this award to them, to stricter hate crime laws, and mostly, this is for the memory of Jeff and David and Gianni, and for all of those taken too soon. At least one of Dahmer's victims' relatives has criticized Dahmer Monster. Rita Isbell, whose brother Errol Lindsay died in a car accident in 1991, spoke to Insider about the show. Dramatizing the painful moment, Isbell yelled at Dahmer in a courtroom. "When I saw some of the show, it bothered me, especially when I saw myself. when I saw my name come across the screen and this lady saying exactly what I said, Isabel told Insider. If I didn't know any better, I would have thought it was me. Her hair was like mine. She had on the same clothes. That's why it felt like reliving it all over again. It brought back all the emotions I was feeling back then. Isabel added, I feel like Netflix should have asked if we mind or how we felt about making it, she told Insider. They didn't ask me anything, they just did it. Despite Dahmer Monster's detractors, many continue to watch. After being stealthily published last week, the show is now ranked as the top TV series on the streaming service, although there is still a lot of criticism. Viral tweets honoring the victims urge viewers not to romanticize Jeffrey Dahmer just because Evan Peters plays him. The fascination with the murderer endures. The fetishized portrayal may be the most exploitative TV of 2022, according to The Guardian. Additionally, it is challenging to separate the fascination with the crime victims from the horrible ways their final moments are portrayed. Despite the backlash, the Netflix Twitter account continued to promote the show, alluding to actual events as if they were plot developments. Can't stop thinking about this disturbing scene from Dahmer, where one of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims finally manages to escape, and the police bring him back inside the apartment. Reads a tweet accompanying a video from an episode that features Dahmer's youngest murder victim, 14-year-old Konorak Synthesomphone, now on Netflix. The portrayal of Jeffrey Dahmer by Evan Peters in Monster is unquestionably accurate. The series also captures the facts of Dahmer's life and his many crimes. Yes, some elements have been changed or left out for dramatic effect. For instance, Niecy Nash's character Glenda Cleveland from the show didn't reside in Oxford Apartments. She did reside in the structure next door. According to the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, Cleveland and Pamela Bass, a neighbor of Dahmer, were mixed in the dramatization. Additionally, contrary to the television show, Dahmer did not bring home a bag of blood to drink while working at the Milwaukee Plasma Center. Instead, he claimed to have tasted blood from a vial on the center's roof before spitting it out when questioned by authorities. It's one thing to revel in the gruesome deeds of the fictitious serial killer Dexter Morgan, but it's quite another to minimize Jeffrey Dahmer's actual atrocities by making him seem like a nice guy. Yet some accuse Monster of doing just that. But the families of Dahmer's victims are also subject to that judgment, not just viewers and TV reviewers. Errol Lindsay's sister Rita Isbell has commented on the adaptation. Meanwhile, her relative Eric Perry questioned the series' intent. It's re-traumatizing repeatedly. And for what? How many movies, shows, documentaries do we need? Monster is not the first TV show or documentary to explore Dahmer's life and atrocities on television or in the movies. The Netflix series does not seek to cover up his heinous crimes or repair his reputation. Serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer is brilliantly portrayed by actor Evan Peters. The actor portrays Dahmer as a multifaceted and gravely damaged character. Because of this, the monster in the title reads as a genuine person, rather than just a media craze. That isn't glorifying a killer. It's only narrating a narrative that was all too real. That is all for this video. What's your view about the show? Don't forget to like and share this video. We will be back soon with another informative video. See you soon.